Another streaming service will be bringing commercials back to your TV next week. Amazon Prime Video was announced that starting Monday, it'll cost Canadians a little more to stream on their service uninterrupted. And with more and more streaming services charging more for ad-free subscription tiers, cheap ad-free streaming may be a thing of the past. For more on this, we're now joined by Anis Haydari. So good morning to you, Anis. Let's talk about why, in the first place, Amazon is doing this.
Well, Marianne, you talked a little bit about it there. A lot of these streaming services are doing this. Amazon's just the latest one. As of Monday, for Canadians, they'll see commercials if they don't pay a little bit extra each month, around $3. Americans have already started seeing them as of this week. But Amazon is just following in the footsteps of Netflix, Crave. Hulu has shown ads in the U.S. for years at this point. Disney Plus moved to introduce advertisements a few months ago. This is really nothing new for everyone except Amazon, so they're a little late to the party on this one. But when I spoke with industry analysts, they were pointing out this is a bit of a no-brainer for a company like Amazon, because all the other things they do, e-commerce, selling you stuff, groceries, that costs money for them. They have to spend money to make money, but they have to spend a lot less to make money on advertisements. Take a listen.
You look at the majority of their business, which is really the e-commerce business, a grocery business, a retail business. The margins on that business are 2%. The margins on advertising for Amazon is upwards of 50%.
So when she says the margins are upwards of 50% on advertising, basically Amazon does not have to spend a lot of money to just throw some ads on videos that they're already showing to customers. And if you don't want those videos, they get to make money too, because you are going to pay them $3 extra a month. We have seen almost all of the major streamers move towards this model now. Essentially, streaming is turning into what cable and regular over-the-air television was. You pay a little bit more if you want some extra channels or you want some extra content, but ads are now everywhere, Marianne.
But what if they don't want to see ads on their streaming services? What do consumers do then?
Well, to be honest with you, there aren't a lot of options other than either opening your wallet more or closing it entirely. We've spoken to behavioral scientists and marketing folks who have said, look, if you don't want to pay more and you still want these services, you may not have a lot of options other than drawing a line in the sand. Here's what a marketing expert from UBC told me.
Because this is a kind of new thing, these companies are going to be watching the metrics very closely. And so this is kind of now's the time, if you want to try to make a difference, vote with your dollars.
Now's the time, vote with your dollars. Essentially what he is telling us is that if you don't like this, put down the remote, cancel the service, but do it now because Amazon is watching their metrics and their financial results. So if they introduce commercials and all of a sudden engagement and subscriptions go off a cliff, then they might make a difference. The prof there from UBC pointed out that it was actually quite a few years ago, more than a decade ago, Netflix tried to split off its DVD business, which ages it already, from its streaming business. Consumers reacted really negatively and canceled their service. Netflix reversed course weeks later. That may not be happening this time, though, I do have to say. We have noticed with Netflix, their subscribers went up after they introduced advertisements. People are really into the ads on YouTube. They might hate watching them, but YouTube is making billions more in revenue from them. So if those patterns hold for Amazon, it might just be here to stay unless way more people pull the plug. Marianne.
All right. Thanks so much for this, Anis. That's Anis Haydari in Calgary this morning.